Nothing Like a Loving Thought, written and illustrated by Kaya Marks. Ash has a wild imagination. His imaginary friends were there only for him and only he can see them. Sometimes he'd be a dragon guarding a massive castle, but only Ash can see it. Sometimes he'd be a professional detective and solve mysteries faster than any other detective, but only Ash can see it. He'd grow wings and learn to fly, but only Ash can see it, no one else. Ash has no friends at all. His parents tried to forcefully socialize him, but it never works. They now think that Ash has a big problem. Ash's parents have been speaking to different people about his problem. He hears their conversations. All Ash does all day is stare at a wall and talk to his toys, his mother would say. I hope he's not completely socially awkward, his father would say. Ash was starting to feel angry with himself. As Ash walked to school the next day, all the negative thoughts and anxiety filled his head for each step he took. He felt no desire to ride the park benches and pretend that they're horses, so he walked on. Music played in Ash's head, distracting him from schoolwork. He thought about how stupid he would look if he gets called on and has nothing to say. He was frustrated, because no matter how hard he tried, he's unable to focus. All the unwanted thoughts continued to flow through his head. It was overwhelming, so he started to cry. Ash's teachers and counselors were unable to cheer him up. He kept thinking of sinking ships that gave you no choice but to give up. He thought of chains, which are mostly meant to prevent freedom, monsters, imaginary enemies, and things that are just plain sad. Ever since that day, Ash has never seen his imaginary friends, or had any pleasant thoughts or feelings. It was like his imagination was practically gone. The next day wasn't any better. The teacher mumbled names of students and reading compliments to other students from a card. Ash assumed it was some sort of shout-out from a mystery person. No one will ever compliment me, Ash thought. When he least expected it, someone called his name. It wasn't the teacher, but Ash heard voices of other people saying motivating things. Ash perked up to see all his imaginary friends. He was very happy. All the heartwarming compliments circled his head like a flock of birds. Suddenly, the voices of Ash's imaginary friends faded into only a few voices, but the compliments did not change. Ash's imagination exploded with thoughts, each one different than another. Animals, cosmos, dragons, flying things, stars, zodiac, friends, all pleasant. Ash's classmates have noticed how good he is at role-playing. Now almost everyone in the playground wants to play with him. And Ash was happy, with his imagination and all.